Hello friends, Manalmon is here bringing you the complete guide video on power cores. After watching this video, you will be able to customize your own hero power cores. This video is a little bit longer as I have explained all the power cores, big and small ones, in detail. So if you like this video, it will be really appreciated. Share this video with your friends so that you get good teammates to play with. If you are new to this channel, subscribe as I upload content related to Marvel Super War like guides and gameplays on daily basis. Don't forget to turn on the notifications as you don't miss out any of the videos. Also join my Discord group and follow me on Instagram. Both of the links are in description of this video and on the channel about page. So let's get started with this video. So our first power core is the purple power core Cosmic Vortex. Whenever a hero deals damage to the enemy hero, jungle creep or the minions, it is going to create a vortex for 1.5 seconds that is going to deal certain amount of damage on the enemy heroes. Just remember this vortex will be activated by the enemy skills. There is one more tip for this power core. Whenever you deal damage in the bush with your skills, you will be able to find out if the enemies are hiding in the bush or not. That is very beneficial to avoid any of the ganks, especially when moving through the mid lane. Always use your skills around the bushes so you can know that if enemies are staying in the bush to ambush you or not. Also, this cosmic vortex activates when you deal skill damage, and Yondu is the hero whose basic attacks are treated as the skills, so you can also use this cosmic vortex on the Yondu. Just remember that the damage of that cosmic vortex, that the purple mark, will only be on the one enemy hero, not two. This power core is mainly used by the power heroes. You can also use them on the skill based heroes. So our next power core is the green power core, Unstable Radiation. It deals damage on the enemy hero whenever you deal your basic attack and the skill damage on the enemy hero. For example here, if you deal the damage to the enemy hero with your skill and the basic attack, it should be 3 times, like 1 skill, 2 basic attack, or 2 skill 1 basic attack kind of a thing. So you will be able to deal damage on the enemy hero. You have to see that mark, that triangle mark. It will be like one triangle, then second, then on the third one that blast will be done on the enemy. This power core is mainly suitable for the fighters and the assassin role. You can also use this green power core on your marksman, but marksman has a very good power core which I'll tell you later in this video. Though in the marksman category it is only good for War Machine and Gambit. Third power core is the Psionic Mark, the blue power core. It is really helpful for the tank and the fighter, mainly for the frontline type heroes and the heroes who have max HP, a lot of max HP, because you are going to deal damage on the enemies on the basis of your max HP, as well as you will generate a shield on the basis of your max HP. So how it activated is that whenever you join a battle in a 4-second succession, you are going to deal your next basic attack as an enhanced basic attack, doing some of energy damage on the enemy heroes. Not only that, while dealing that energy damage on the enemy hero, you also get a shield equivalent to certain percentage of your max HP. Fourth power core is the red power core, the Swift Pummel. This is the power core that is very good for the assassin as well as fighter, and best for the marksman heroes, because this is going to give you that extra attack speed in a short amount of time. As you see this red aura coming from the Black Knight, this is when you will see that your red power core has been activated, that you got that attack speed. You can also activate it by attacking the enemy with your basic attack. You can see the difference of the attack speed here. Okay, I forgot to tell you one thing. You can always see the cooldown of your power cores above your tactics. It's really helpful that you can see if your power core skill is available or not. Moving on to our next power core, the fifth power core, yellow power core. It is the heart of the defender. This is the best power core for all the support heroes who give healing and the shield to their allies. Whenever you do any of the healing or the shielding to your allies, to your nearby friendly unit, that friendly unit and yourself will get their next basic attack as an enhanced basic attack, dealing a little bit more damage on the enemy hero. As you can see here, when the Mantis use healing and shield that S2 on her ally, she gets that next basic attack as an enhanced basic attack. Not only the support hero, there is one more hero who is very suitable for this power core, and that is the Heimdall, because Heimdall with his S3 he provides that shield to his allies, and if you time his ult correctly you also give the healing to your teammates. I have also tried this power core experiment with the gemstone prism. It is a support item which provides shield to you and your nearby allies, but it doesn't activate the passive of the power core no matter how many times you activate that shield. So our sixth power core in the list is the time lag. This power core is very helpful for the heroes who lack the CC skills like Quicksilver, Beast, Ghost, because whenever you deal damage to the enemy who more than the 25% of their health within 2 seconds, you get to use a 80% slowdown on the enemy, and that is really helpful on chasing the enemy heroes, and especially the jungler, the assassin, their job is to chase the heroes and to kill them. So this time lag power core is only beneficial if you are doing the jungle or if you are the assassin of your teammates. Don't use this time lag on your marksman. Yeah, Starlord or like Angel or even Gambit, like if you are doing the marksman jungle, then this time lag is helpful because they also lack the CC skills, so it will be helpful to stop the enemies from escaping and you can easily kill them. Now in our action particle program, first one is the strike particle. This is that small power core that is needed for the clutch fight situation as well as in the early game situation, because it gives you the buff of extra 4% damage whenever your HP is below 17%. So for all those clutch fight situation, the 1v1 fight situation, if you have this power core, there are more chances that you are going to win that fight. Even in early game, like when you are doing the 1v1 or 2v2 in the bot, so the damage when your HP is dropped below the 70% mark, you can go more aggressive because you know you have that extra damage, extra 4% damage that you want to utilize in the fight in the early game. Now our next power core is rend particle. This power core, this small power core, is mainly made for the marksman because this is triggered when you deal basic attack on the enemies. Whenever you deal basic attack on the enemies, when they have 30% less HP, they are going to get that bleeding effect, and this is helpful when the enemies with low HP are trying to escape from you. Not only the marksman, but this core is also helpful for your assassin or jungler, because if the enemies are escaping with a little bit of health and you are going to strike them with a basic attack only, then you will get that trigger effect of bleeding. So our next core is the suspension particle. Whenever you deal basic attack and movement, and whenever you like cover certain distance, it gives you an extra basic attack after getting your 100 stacks on the enemy, and when you deal that basic attack on the enemy, it also reduces their armor by the 10%, as you will be able to see that broken shield on the head of the enemy. Every basic attack that you deal on the enemy gives you plus 8 stack, and whenever you move, it depends on your movement, that distance you have traveled, and the blink is also considered as you're giving you stack. Blink will give you plus 4 stack. Not only the blink tactic, if you use any of your blink skills, even if you take recall or teleport from one place to another, that is also considered as the distance traveled. So that means you get that you instantly get that stack of your 100 mark. So it's very helpful. It is, if you use the teleport with this item, this is very helpful. So our next core is the burst particle. This core that is needed for all the heroes who have the CC. Mainly I use this one on my tank heroes, and with CC I mean the crowd control. Whenever you crowd control the enemy, you will get a little bit circle around you, which again further deals certain amount of energy damage, and with crowd control means the enemies are not able to use their skills, so slowdown and immobilize are not considered as the crowd control. Crowd control are mainly the stun, knock up, knockback, and the unique crowd controls like the Mantis Alt, Hulk S1, Black Widow S2. These are the special crowd control that it works like that. Whenever you CC the enemy, you get that green circle around you, which is going to burst after a few seconds. With this, you can deal damage to multiple nearby enemies, and this core is specially made for the tank heroes because the damage percentage depends on your armor. So as you know that mainly tanks or like some support heroes, they build the armor items. So the more armor you have, the more this energy damage, that the damage from the burst particle will be increased. So our first combat boost program is Vitality Boost. It is very helpful for the energy heroes, marksman heroes, mainly the squishy heroes, as whenever they level up they will regen their HP as well as EP regen. So it's very beneficial for them not to take the recall whenever they get low on their mana, whenever they get low on their HP as well as the energy. So now our next core is the spellcast boost. This is really good for, this is also one of the core that is very helpful for the marksman and the mage, because it provides you extra 10% cooldown reduction when you reach to level 18. But to explain you, I will give you a little bit example through the video, so it will take a little bit longer because of this core to explain you in detail how this core is really helpful. And this core is really helpful in late game as well. As you know, in the beginning we don't have any of the cooldown reduction, but with this power core, whenever I'm going to level up, I will get the extra cooldown reduction. As you can see, because of this power core, I'm having that 2% cooldown reduction at level 1. Up to when I will upgrade to level 18, I will have the 10% cooldown reduction. That means I don't need to have the extra items to increase my cooldown reduction. And if you don't know, the max limit of cooldown reduction is 40%. So you can have a one less item for the 10% cooldown reduction if you already have this item. And if you know the Hela passive, you will know that this power core, this particular power core is really helpful. But where it gets more helpful is that when you get any additional cooldown reduction over this limit 40%, you will get the extra damage. As you can see here, I am having these two items having my 30 cooldown reduction. With the core I'm having 40. Now buying the extra 10% cooldown reduction is going to give me that extra damage. Don't worry if you get the full cooldown reduction, and in the late game your cooldown reduction over 40 won't be wasted. So our next core is the agility boost. It gives you extra movement speed by 20 whenever you enter a fight, and whenever you exit a fight it gives you plus 40 for 3 seconds. It's really helpful on your tanks and fighters. Also, if you don't know what core to equip, just equip this agility boost, because movement speed is every time beneficial on joining the fight as well as exiting and running away from the enemies. With this core you will see a lot of early game difference as well as in the late game when players sell their boots. So our last core is the bestial boost. This core is mainly made for the junglers because it prolongs the time of buffs obtained from the monster by 30%. That is red buff, blue buff as well as the buff from Leviathan. So it's really helpful. Not only that, but it also reduces the damage taken from the monsters. With this core in your power core, you can easily take the Surtur even at the level 10 solo Surtur. I'm talking about a solo Surtur with this core, as well as the jungle item, that Deadpool shotgun. These are things necessary that you will be able to take out the Surtur solo. If you are one of those players in the high rank doing jungle without this power core, without the score in your power core, I would say you are still noob in this game, because you need this core to do jungle faster, to be more efficient as a jungler. As you know the leech effect, leech mechanics. So if you think like your team has a noob jungler who is taking leech and going in the lane, you can still have this type of power core, this core in your list, so that when you do jungle you get the damage reduction from the monsters. So the first one in our strength module program, first one is the restoration module. As the name suggests, restore. Whenever you do a KO or assist, you are going to restore some HP as well as EP. So whenever you do a KO, you get the 12% of your missing HP and the EP, but if you do assist, it gives you 6%. It's really effective for your assassin heroes because they are the ones who are going to get the more kills. You can also use them on your tanks or support hero to get that instant regen while during in the fight. Next one is the enhancement module. This item is really helpful for the tank heroes whose damage or other items are like connected to their max HP, because when they get their max HP it's really helpful. And it's not just a small amount of, because whenever you get a kill, not even of the heroes, even of the jungle creeps near you, even of the minions near you, you are going to get certain points towards your max HP. And when you reach the max point, you are going to get further 4% increase in your max HP, and this is really helpful if you are using a tank hero. Not only tanks, but you can also include it on your fighter or the power hero. So our next one is, it is really helpful for tank, this next power core, the protection module, because it is going to give you shield of your 15% of the bonus max HP, and that is really helpful because tanks are the one who are with the most HP. So how it triggers is that whenever you get hit by the enemy tower or the enemy heroes, on the 10th hit that you received, you are going to get the shield equivalent to your some certain percentage of the max HP. It does not get triggered by the minion attack or the jungle creeps or any of the jungle monsters. Also, it is going to get stacked up, like when you get hit it won't get refreshed, you will still getting on the hit. Like if you are on a 3 points, after like 1 or 2 minutes you get another hit, then it is going to again start with the 4 5 6. This core is really helpful to have that frontline sustainability, to keep on getting that extra shield, and this shield is heck a lot if you are on a max HP items. So our last core in this list is the resistance module, and this is also really helpful for the assassin as well as the tank or frontline heroes, because you get the immunity, I mean crowd control reduction, not immunity, the crowd control reduction of 45% in every 10 seconds. I would stress on the number, the 45% reduced crowd effect, and combine it with the boots of the energy resist, which further gives you 30% crowd control reduction. So you can see like a 1 second or a 0.5 second stun won't even matter if you get that. So it's really helpful on your assassin as well as the tank heroes, because they have to constantly get to the engaging or also firefighter heroes. New things from this power core guide video, so don't forget to like this video. And these are the power cores of different roles that I have made for myself according to my playstyle. And don't ask me about why I am using this core and not that core, and what is the core of this hero. As I have explained in the guide video, it's up to your playstyle and which hero you are using. That's how you have to make and customize your own hero power core. These power cores may be different for different heroes or maybe different for different players. It's up to you, it's up to your play style, how you are going to customize your own hero power cores.